Good evening, B.C.E. here. So I'm recounting. You guys are along for the ride here. Recounting the trauma fest that has been my life. Now, I'm not boo-hoo-hooing it. It is what it is. And a lot of people have had worse, similar situations. Right? It's all been psychological. So that's good. Um, there are people out there who've dealt with far greater physical trauma, etc. And we've all been MK'd to some extent. But I thought I'd go over this awful experience that my parents put me through, you pieces of shit. You absolute horror of people, which is what you are. I don't even consider you people. You're not people. People I converse with here, they're people for the most part. 99%. Sure, they're trolls. Everybody gets trolled. No big deal. They're scumbags anyway. See, take something literal, make it figurative. Trolls. Exactly. I've got a couple of old witches here prattling on and on about the antibiotics they took to remedy their urinary tract infections. Like, that's what we want to hear. Yes, please continue prattle on about it. Anyway, so, Camp Hazen, right? I mean, give me a fucking break. My parents sent me here. The annual trauma fest in the middle of the summer. But having said that, it must have been far more awful for other kids. You know, other kids were probably actually getting raped in the ass. At least they didn't do that to me. Nah, they did tamer shit, but still pretty awful. Not going to get into the specifics, but it sucked. But what I'm pointing out is this. I mean, see how they have to jumble and reuse things. Westchester, New York. Chester Cheetah. Treasure Chest. Chester Chet. You know, Chester 33. They have to jumble and reuse these things because there's a limited amount of words, signs, symbols, colors, names, and dates. So they have to keep beating a dead horse, so to speak. Camp Hazen, where we traumatize your kids psychologically or we actually physically rape them. That's what their slogan should be, their tagline. You piece of shit, mom. You piece of shit, dad. This is the coincidence fest rolls on. Camp Hazen, like we're hazing you. Get it? Get it? Purple haze. Camp Hazen, as per Stanley Kubrick, 6 times 7, 42. Camp Hazen, ha ha ha, ha satan. 69 the micro and the macro, as above, so below. Camp Hazen, Connecticut. Wouldn't you know it? I attended Camp Hazen the year Back to the Future came out. What a coincidence. 88. How fast is the car going Back to the Future? 88 miles an hour. What year was Back to the Future released? 1985. My initials are B.C. 1985 is 23. B.C. 23. Little witchcraft tricks. You fucking scumbags. This is their language. The one language. I was also taken to Great Britain in 1985. Land of mist. Yes, it's all very Masonic, don't you know? Yes, yes. God only knows what they got up to, because I spent most of the time in the hotel room with my ne'er-do-well Satan-worshipping brother. I should have known when had cross earrings dangling out of his ear and he was prattling on about doing awful stuff I'm not going to repeat on YouTube. But Satanist to the core. And a Marine Corps member. Marine Corps. Marine Corps, the Mariner, right? Marine. Ram. You know, it's sad. These people that I thought I knew, you know, and you guys are going to find that throughout your life. You're going to find it too. It's not just me. I don't think it's unique to me. I think anybody who shares my values has had things like this done to them. Ad nauseum. I mean, I could really bore you with the mental shit. I don't know how boring you'd find it, but I could really tell you some stories about the mental things that my parents, quote, big air quotes, have done. Because they're pieces of shit. They're absolute pieces of shit. Like these witches who won't shut the fuck up. They're just absolute garbage. And how do I know they're witches? Well, I'll tell you, because they're tattooed with upside down crosses, etc., and on and on. Now, this coincidentally is the street my mother lives on. Right? Right. The cross street is Bower Lane. Bowers 2, B. L is 3, another 2, 3. Columbia, right? Like the goddess. Like the turd goddess. Like Columbus, Ohio, where my turd father went to college. Like the District of Columbia, D.C., 4, 3, 4, and 3, 12, 66, 7, 7, 7. See, it's everything. It's not just one thing. It's not just the number 33. It's everything. 42, 67, 76, 99, 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, and 99. And this is the Golden Gate Bridge, obviously. It is international orange, as Russian Viz will tell you. Oh my god, these witches are unreal. Excuse the blasphemy. I don't consider it blasphemy, though, because God's name is Yahweh. When they refer to God down here, they're talking about the turd. So, let's just say I'm referring to the turd. Anyway, Golden Gate, GG for 33, International Orange for 33. Now this is the club, the very Masonic. It's all very Masonic, don't you know? We're going to go groom some stools. We're going to eat some turds. We're going to do awful things. I mean, do you even want to know what goes on in here? I don't. Country Club CC for 33. I don't want to know. I'm going to guess a good dose of witchcraft. And she's always going to play cards. I'm going to go play cards. Oh yeah, you're going to go play cards? What, tarot cards? Right. You're going to go jam things up each other's asses and read tarot cards? That's probably more like it. Now, the cross street. Green Gate. Right. Green Gate. Green Gate. Take something literal. Make it figurative. Green Gate. GG for 33. Cutter's Corner. Cutting corners. Right. CC for 33. This witch is doing this on purpose just to annoy me. She and I had a little thing last week because she doesn't like the fact that I loiter here. I'm at the laundromat because they have good Wi-Fi. And she doesn't like the fact that I loiter here. So she threatened to call the police 33 on me. And I literally said this. This is what I said. You go ahead and you call those turds. And they're going to show up, and you know what they're going to do? Absolutely nothing. Because I'm going to call them Satan-worshipping turds right to their face. And she shut right up. Olivet Christian Church, CC for 33. There are no Christian churches in the U.S. 113. 33. There are none. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nada. Marquesan Drive, Columbia. Micro and macro, as above, so below. It's also 99. 66. Old Hawthorne. The neighborhood, quote unquote, 66. It's also coincidentally the name of a racetrack near where I used to live in Chicago. What a coincidence. Hawthorne Racecourse. Now, when I lived in Chicago, I lived on Kedzie. That was the name of the street. Kedzie. Kedzie Avenue. What do you know? I'm shocked, aren't you? Kedzie Avenue, 33. The time I worked at the Olive Garden. Olive Garden, 6 times 7, 42. 4 and 2, 6. 4 times 2, 8. Round and round. See? Infinity. Olive Garden, ha ha ha. 76. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, 13. Prior to that, I lived in Santa Monica, California. Well, on the border of Santa Monica, West LA and Santa Monica. Santa Monica, California, 42. 6 times 7. Santa Claus, Santa, 2 sevens. Santa Monica, California, just coincidentally, 6 times 7. 6 plus 7. My mother, according to her, who knows? She could be a 1,000-year-old witch for all we know. Wink, wink. But anyway, she graduated high school in 1967, wouldn't you know? Coincidentally. Santa Monica, California, USA. Land of OZ. Right? What a coincidence. Now, while I was there, I got a staph infection. A staph infection. I'm sure it wasn't witchcraft. No, no. Not with their little double-headed snake heading up the staff, right? See? Staff. They love a play on names. Staff is 3 sevens. Staph infection, micro, macro. Staph infection, like staff, ha, 113, 311. Here's their logo with the angel wings and the serpents, and yes, it's all very helpful. Yes, no, they're not practicing witchcraft and chopping people up. No, no, no. It's just like ER, right? Because witches' wands are made from what? Right. Where did ER come from? See, it's bullshit. Just like cops being good. It's the opposite. Take your meds. Did you take your meds? Are you going to get your meds? 2 sevens. Meds are just witchcraft. Yes, they are. Kudos to Zachary K. Hubbard. In standard numerology, Rockefeller equates to what? 110. How many stories at Joaquin and Boaz? 110. 711. 0's a 7. Now getting back to the town of Chester and Camp Hazen, just for a moment. Founded in when? When was it founded? 1692. Uh-oh, we're in trouble again. 1 and 6 is 7, 9 and 2 is 11. 7, 11, 77, the land of OZ. Stop it, Mr. Numbers Man! Pharmacies, 33. Walgreens, 33, right. The world is upside down. Ha, because it is. 110. The world is upside down. Ha ha. 119. Right. Right. The upside down, like Stranger Things. Truth and fiction in movies and lies in the news. Right. They're telling you the truth. They discuss MK Ultra in here. They discuss all kinds of stuff that's real. Telepathy. The world being upside down. Because it is. And these witches just won't shut up. I'm convinced they're doing it on purpose, but what do I know? The main character eats Eggos. So does my daughter. A lot. I mean, a lot. Eggos. Haha. 33. And yes, I know tons and tons of people eat Eggos. That's not my point. My point is just that Eggos. Haha is 33. Now, I live near Riverside, Iowa. Not anymore, but I did when I was married to... Well, let's just be kind and say when I was married. Riverside, Iowa, 76. Guess who else is from Riverside, Iowa? I'm sure some of you Star Trek fans might know. Captain Kirk. Ha, 6 times 7, 42. CK for 33. See, it's all connected. Captain Kirk is from Riverside, Iowa. Right. That's Chris Pine, the most recent incarnation of Captain Kirk. Chris Pine, 33. Why Pine? Chris Pine, like pineal, 67, 6 times 7. Right, there's the pine cone at the C.C. Catholic Church over there in Rome. Right? Because that's what we are. We're a satellite office of Rome. Well, maybe they're a satellite office of us. Who knows? It's one or the other. Right. Camp Hazen. Camp Hazen you. Ha. Right. And that's what it was. That's what it was. Camp Hazen you. Ha ha. Flip it. 76. When was the country founded? Right. My father, as previously mentioned, from Minerva, Ohio. Minerva, like the goddess. Minerva, Ohio, 66. Her and her stupid owl. Minerva by itself is 3 sevens. Now my father grew up on Murray Road. Murray Avenue, I guess. Murray Avenue. Murray, 33. Murray Avenue, Ohio, USA, 77, land of OZ. Now this was my favorite player growing up. He and Cal Ripken Jr. My father shoved this player down my throat, and of course, because your parents tell you to do something or your parents like something, you like them. What number is he wearing? His last name is Murray. 33. Orange and black. My other favorite player, Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr., 33. The Cal Ripkins, his father is Cal Ripken Sr. Cal Ripkins, 33. His younger brother, the second baseman when he played shortstop, they were the double play combination. Billy Ripken, 33. Well, look at all these coincidences. Now my mother grew up with this person. He also pitched for the Baltimore Orioles. Mike Boddicker, 42, 6 times 7. His first name's Michael. Michael, 33. He wore number 52. That's a 7. Right. Now the Orioles play at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. What's that right there? Right. Camden Yards, 33. My father's other store, one of them, was in Cockeysville. Excuse me. Cockeysville, Maryland, USA. Ha. 66. Another one in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. 77, land of OZ. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, US. 67. Miami, Florida, USA. 33. Do we think this is all a coincidence? Sure. Right, Mom? All a coincidence, right. The story owned SofaWorks by C.E. 69 Micro and Macro. There are no coincidences in my life nor yours nor anywhere in the world. It's a made-up term to hide Yahweh. That's it. That's all. And make us think that random things happen when random things don't happen. It's all a plan. This. Right. Both 33. I won't lie to you, because I don't. The last 3.5 years of my life, I give you guys a good portion or a taste. And I know we all have things. Okay, I'm not putting my problems above yours. It's just that I'm sitting here talking about mine is all. I'm happy to listen to any of you if you guys want to talk. But it's been a nightmare. A literal waking nightmare. And I thank Yahweh and Yeshua every moment that I have you guys and my children. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't do anything stupid like hurt myself or check into a mental institution or anything, because I'm not crazy, they're crazy. You know that. I just mean it would be a very, very lonely existence. I'm very grateful for you. Thanks for listening. I love you all, and I hope you have a good night.